Hello and welcome to Fox Comics and Games in beautiful downtown Marion, Illinois. And it is Tuesday, which means we are unpacking this week's comic book order. These comics go on sale at 10 a.m. Wednesday, February 21st. And we start off with a beautiful cover from Marvel for The Amazing Spider-Man issue 796. We're only 4 away from 800. That cover is in the running for best cover of the week. It is phenomenal. So enjoy that. Next up from DC is Aquaman, issue 33. And there's one of the variant covers for Aquaman, issue 33. Next up from Marvel is issue 8 of Astonishing X-Men. And after that is also a Marvel title, Avengers, issue 681, part of the No Surrender series they have going. Next up from DC, Batman 41. Looks like there may be some Poison Ivy in his future there. And an idea of the variant cover on the Batman issue 41 is right there. Next up, we have from DC and IDW a mashup, Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And that is issue 4. And I think that's going to be 6 total on that series. And it's been pretty good so far. Next up from DC, Batwoman, issue 12. Finally, The Secret of the Lost Year. Finally. We've all been waiting for that. Next up from Image Publishing, we have Birthright, issue 30. And then from Marvel, wonderfully timed, Black Panther, annual number 1. Next up from Titan Comics, a very good looking series called Bloodborne, and that is issue 1. And it looks pretty wild, so that looks like it's going to be pretty popular here tomorrow. Next up from DC will be Bombshells United, issue 12. And another highly anticipated one, DC visiting something that they did years ago called Brave and the Bold. And this is issue number 1, The Brave and the Bold, Batman and Wonder Woman. And apparently this is my good friend Della. So if you ever had somebody that looks like this serve you a drink at John Brown's, that was Della. Next up from DC is issue 2 of Damage. Marvel is next with issue 599, only one away from 600, Daredevil. Next up is also from Marvel, Deadpool versus Old Man Logan, issue 5. And another intriguing one from Vertigo Publishing is called Deathbed, and that is issue 1 of Deathbed. That looks very interesting. Next up from Marvel, issue 10 of The Defenders. And a Jeff Lemire title is up next. From Image, it is Descender, issue 27. And then a Marvel title will be next, and that is Doctor Strange, Damnation. And that is issue 1 of that sub-series there. And this is what some of the variant covers look like. That very beautiful virgin cover, no writing on it really other than the artist's name. Next up is Dungeons & Dragons Frost Giant's Fury, issue 4. Easy for you to say. Then up from Image Publishing is issue 4 of Evolution. Also from Image Publishing, The Further Adventures of Nick Wilson. And then next up from Marvel will be issue 87 of Generation X. See if I can get that to still hold on there. And then next up will be from DC, issue 41 of Green Lanterns. And that's an variant cover of the Green Lanterns 41. And then also from DC we have Harley Quinn 38. And There's the variant cover for Harley Quinn 38. And then a Hellboy and the BPRD 1955. And that is a comic entitled Burning Season by Mike Mignola at Dark Horse Publishing. And then next up is a very highly anticipated Mark Millar Image release, and this is Hit Girl. I will slide these over. Hit Girl, and that is issue 1, and that's the standard cover. And then here's one of the variant covers for Hit Girl, and then there's another variant cover for Hit Girl. We have the blank cover for Hit Girl, and then my personal favorite, and also in the running for best cover of the day, is that variant cover for Hit Girl. Very, very nice. Also from Image Publishing, highly anticipated Ice Cream Man issue 2. And that looks very good. Then we also have from Marvel, The Incredible Hulk issue 713. Another highly anticipated one from Marvel, Infinity Countdown Prime issue number 1. That hits tomorrow. That looks intriguing. Then from DC, we have Injustice 2, issue 20. That looks pretty wild. And then a one-shot from Dynamite Publishing, James Bond 007, and the title is M. And that's a one-shot. And then we also have from Dynamite Publishing, James Bond 007, the Body, and that's issue 2, both releasing tomorrow. That's what we call good timing. Next up from DC, we have Justice League, issue 39. And there's the variant cover on Justice League 39. Kind of a gorgeous cover there. Next up from Boom Publishing, we have Kong on the Planet of the Apes. And that is issue 4, and that is a 6-shot. Also up from Boom, we have Lucas Stand, Inner Demons, and that is issue 1, and that's going to be a 4-shot from them. Marvel is up next with Luke Cage, issue 170. And then from Image Publishing, we have issue 5 of Maestros. Pretty good comic that sells pretty well here. We'll put that off to the side. And we are up next with a Dark Horse Matahari, issue number 1. Highly anticipated on quite a few pull lists. It is in. Next up from Boom Publishing, issue 24 of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, The Prelude to Shattered Grid. Next up from Marvel, we have The Mighty Thor, issue 704. And then also from Image Publishing, we have Monstrous, Hugo Award-winning title from last year, and that is issue 14 of Monstrous. That's a gorgeous comic. Very well written. If you're not reading it, there's something wrong with you. Also from Image Comics, another highly anticipated second arc of this, issue 7 of Moonshine, a Brian Azzarello title, very, very good. Then from DC, we have Mother Panic Batman, part of the Milk Wars, and that is part 2 of that series. IDW, My Little Pony. Friendship is Magic, issue 63. Next up from DC is Nightwing, issue 39. And then that is the gorgeous cover, variant cover for issue 39. Next up, Valiant, Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe. If you're not reading Valiant, you need to be. Very well written, very nice books. Next up from Dynamite, Pumpkinhead number 1. That's a Cullen Bunn title, and it looks very interesting. After that, we have an Image comic, Punisher, the Platoon, by Garth Ennis. Really, really nice book. And then again, from Valiant, we have Quantum and Woody, number 3. And that's the standard cover. And then Quantum and Woody, number 3, that's the pre-order edition. Beautiful cover on that as well. Then next up from Image, we have Regression, issue 7. Kind of creeps you out with the stuff in their eye right there. Sex Criminals from Image, and that is issue 22, Follow the Honey, and I'll let that sit right where it is. But that's an intriguing book as well. Marvel is up next with issue 17 of Star Wars, Dr. Aphra, issue 17. DC's up next with Super Sons 13. And then we have from DC as well, Superman, issue 41. And then there's the variant cover for Superman. Most of these comics that you're seeing today, we have variants available for all of them. Just stop in and talk to us about that. Next up from Marvel, we have Tales of Suspense, featuring Hawkeye and the Winter Soldier, and that is issue 102 of that, and it's part 3 of that particular sub-series, Red Ledger, because she has red in her ledger. Next up from IDW and Disney is Disney's Tangled, the series, for younger readers, and very nicely done. Disney does a really good job with their comic book licensing. DC Comics is up next with Teen Titan Go. Everybody likes Teen Titans Go. It's probably one of the favorite series out there, and that's issue 26. I know you can't wait to get your hands on that. Next up from DC is issue 18 of Trinity, No Home for You Here. That is issue 18, and there's the gorgeous variant cover for that. Speaking of gorgeous covers, from Dynamite Publishing, up next is Vampirilla, issue 10. Apparently must deal with Christmas time, because I see Rudolph in the background and she's got that nice dress. Next up from Marvel is Venom, issue 162. And then after that, we have from Dark Horse Publishing a story about a girl I took to prom, Vinegar Teeth, issue 2. And then we have from DreamWorks, Voltron, the Legendary Defender, issue 5, for the fans of Voltron. DC and Dark Horse offer up Wonder Woman Conan, and that is issue 6 of that series. It's a kind of a funky mashup, but it's worked. On Boom, we have WWE Wrestling comic, issue 14. That's available tomorrow. And then we have issue 22 of X-Men Gold from Marvel. And then some of the other stuff that came in with our Diamond Order. We have some of the Harley Quinn DC collectible statues. Batman by Brian K. Vaughan. We got several of those trade papers. The Garth Ennis Darkness Origins volumes. We've had a lot of requests for those. Those are in. As is Brian Wood's Rebels. These free and independent states, and some more Valiant Exo-Man of War, which we sold out of on our Valentine's Day sale we had last week. So as you can see, a busy day tomorrow on February 21st at Fox Comics and Games. We look forward to seeing you in here tomorrow. Thanks so much.